Hello and good morning. Allie B here with Growing Edge Live. Just setting up here and jumping on to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. And I'd love to know where you are. Where are you watching from? Are you celebrating Mother's Day with your family? I'd love to hear about that. I know that I am feeling super blessed to be here with my children, and I'd love to know where you are and what you're doing to celebrate this day. Whether you have children, whether you are a mother or not, or have a mother, or know someone that's a mother, or maybe you're someone that gives a lot to the world, and in that way you support others in giving birth to their dreams and their goals. And so happy Mother's Day. So glad to be here. I'm here in Ogden, Utah with my family celebrating this beautiful spring day, Mother's Day. And for my family in England, happy Mother's Day. I know that this isn't Mother's Day in the UK, that it was already earlier in the year. And so happy Mother's Day to my beautiful, beloved stepmother, Sheena, love you. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. So I'm going to give it a few minutes before we get going. I'd love to know where you're watching from. And I'm here in beautiful Ogden, Utah. And my beloved husband is not. So hello, Michael, and blessings from my heart to yours. Michael is surprising one of the mothers that we love so much. And so, there he is in Davis, California. Happy Mother's Day. So blessings to everyone. I know there's many of you that are out at brunch with your family, wishing you lots of love, and I'd love to get started here. Actually, we'll give it a few minutes. I wanted to share, now that I'm here in Ogden at the amazing Satya Center. Hey Carol, happy Mother's Day. I'm tuning in, I'm vibing into the vision of Satya Center Ogden. And it's all about healing hearts, transforming lives, and inspiring conscious evolution. And that's why we call these Sunday broadcasts Growing Edge Live, because we're at the very growing edge of our consciousness, the very growing edge of conscious evolution. And we're also all about being a creative ministry to serve inquisitive individuals and communities, supporting their spiritual awakening so that you can become beacons of light in your life, in your family, and in your world. So we provide valuable resources, including this Growing Edge Live Sunday broadcast and our Satya Growing Edge communities. I know that Carol and Pam and Natalia and William are celebrating in one of our little pods. And so welcome, and I'm so glad to be able to support your community every Sunday with our Growing Edge message. We also have online education. We have gatherings. We're going to be doing one June 6th. So if you're interested in getting together on Zoom with our virtual community, then DM us, instant message us, post it in the chat, say I'd like to know more about the gathering on June 6th. And also we offer support. We have spiritual prayer partners, coaches that are ready to support you in whatever your dreams and desires are, or if you have a challenge that you're working on. We have a team of spiritual living, conscious living practitioners that love to support you in realizing your dreams. So one of the online education pieces is our spiritual resilience course. And we are going to begin this amazing course. It's 12 weeks. It's for anyone that is wanting to boost up their spiritual life, their spiritual resilience. Tune in, tap in to that within them. Have a more connected life. Work through some of the issues, some of the unresolved feelings and experiences and emotions that might have been holding you back from really stepping into your power. Go to the Satya page here on Facebook or our website, satyalive.org, and you can find out more about our spiritual resilience course, which I'm going to be teaching. It's brand new, it's leading edge, it's cutting edge, it's going to be so supportive of you re-emerging into life after being in isolation over this last year due to COVID. So please connect with me if you want more information, and I'll put you on our list. So glad that you're here. Hello everyone. So we're going to get going. I've got a beautiful little song here, so let's take a moment to open our hearts, open our minds to this moment.
Free my mind, open my heart with the whispers of truth, to live a conscious life, to live a conscious life on the growing edge.
So hello, I'm Allie Benjamin, and I'm here live in Ogden, Utah, and wishing you a happy Mother's Day wherever you are, whether you're a mother, whether you had a mother or know of a mother. Happy Mother's Day. Love and blessings and a big bouquet of flowers from my heart to yours. So glad that you're watching today, whether you're watching here live, here on Facebook, or watching the replay on YouTube. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you've stumbled across us, if this is your first time, welcome to Growing Edge Live. We've been gathering every Sunday for 11 years, and we offer spiritual food, for spiritual nourishment to feed your soul, to help you to dig into your own authentic power so that you can have a more joyful, meaningful, loving life. So let's do a little grounding, centering for this beautiful Mother's Day. So closing the outer eyes and just breathing and settling and just shaking off anything that might have been heavy on your heart, holding you back from really feeling the depth of Spirit's presence today. Just wipe the lens of the soul, cleaning it away, any smudges, so that you can see clearly into your soul, into your heart, into the deeper dimensions of your being, that your joy and deeper sense of peace and connectivity with life, with all of that resides, your deepest sense of connection and love to those around you. And let's deepen into that together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and place your hands on your heart for a minute. And I want you to just do a little hum. Just keep your lips together and do a humming sound. And get a sense of the sound of your voice. Get a sense of the sound of your voice. Today my talk is, your voice is waiting for you. And so in this moment of grounding and connecting, just feel as you hum and vocalize with your hand on your heart, and get a sense of that voice within you. Ah, ah. And just, I know it may seem a little funny to be doing this, and if there's other people in the room or in the house, they might be wondering what you're up to. I want you just to get a sense of there being a voice within you. And now drop your hands And just take a moment to feel it. That there's that sound that started with that intention to follow my direction, to hum or to vocalize your voice. And so there was that intention, and then there was the doing of it, and then the sound that came forth from you, and now that sound just radiates out. And even though you can't hear it now, there's still an energy that's rippling out into the universe due to your giving voice to your heart, to your soul. And just honor that. Grounding, connecting, and feeling a full sense of oneness, interdependence, interrelatedness, interconnectedness with everything and everyone. And as you do, just get a sense that everything is right in the world, and that right where you are, you have access to all the love, all the peace, all the creativity, that infinite potentialities and possibilities exist right here for you, right here for us. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything, it's here. And there's a voice within us that we can absolutely trust. We can develop a deep relationship with it, and we're going to do that today. We're going to start a new relationship, or deepen our relationship with that still small voice within. So gently open your eyes and be fully present in the here and now. So happy Mother's Day again, and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so glad that you took this time to nourish your soul by joining us, by tuning in, by watching this replay, because I know that somewhere beyond the inhibitions, there is a part of you. And this part of you, you remember. There's a part of you that remembers this deeper, let's call it your soul or your spirit, where you remember how distinct you are, how precious you are, how valuable you are, and how powerful you are. And so that's the part of you that I'm saying I'm speaking to today. I want to wake up in you today so that you can more easily move through some of the challenges that you may have been experiencing, some of the things that have blocked you from realizing joy in your life. Maybe you've always sensed something that was hidden within you, that maybe wants to bubble up, and maybe there's something within you that wants to be voiced, but life seems to just get in the way, and you're unable to really give yourself permission, and you maybe distracted yourself, kept yourself busy doing other things, more important things. But there's nothing more important than giving voice to your soul, finding that voice within you that's always been waiting for you, that's always been there patiently. Just see it in your mind's eye, imagine it in your heart. And maybe it's something like music. Maybe there's a song within you. Maybe you're a singer, but when you were little, someone said that you can't sing, so you closed that down. Or maybe there's an artist within you, and you were little and someone made fun of your paintings or your drawings, and you closed that part of you down. Maybe there was something that you did that you loved doing as a child, but you got criticized for it. Or somebody didn't see you or acknowledge you, so you kind of just let that fall away. Well, today I want you to tune into those things, that song, that painting, that art, that creative expression, that way of being in the world that was you, that way of you showing up with your heart wide open, caring for others, caring for the world, caring in a bigger way that got shut down because who knows what. And we'll look at that in a minute. There's tons of objections that we have when we listen to that other voice, that small voice, that sad voice that sometimes has the microphone, right? It's time that our true voice, our inner voice, our authentic voice has the microphone all the time. Or maybe we give the microphone to that little voice sometimes so we can see where we need to clean things up, or where we need to heal, or where we need to bring some love to our ego self, to that little wounded child within us. The world's been missing your voice. The world's been missing your heart. And just think of how the universe is going to smile, and how everything will be reflected, or that smile that the universe will wear, once you start doing and being that authentic expression. When you start to catch up with that voice that's been waiting for you, imagine that smile. It's going to be reflected back through everything you see in the physical world, because that's the law of attraction. That's the law of cause and effect. We be it and then we see it. So we have to wake up that voice and start giving ourselves permission to voice it. Maybe you want to start singing more, or painting more, or drawing more, or doing kind things, helping people, volunteering your time. There's something that if you want to unleash that creative flow, if you want to catch up with that voice that's been waiting for you, that's been waiting to express itself by means of you, maybe this talk, maybe this message today will be the thing that gives you the incentive, or gives you the push forward, or gives you a greater sense of confidence, or maybe just sheds some light on what your heart and your soul already know, or helps you bring a connection between your linear thinking mind and your heart, which holds your vision, which holds that song, which holds that creative flow. So we tune in. We tune in to that still small voice within us, the voice of the divine. I remember years ago, I was just waking up, and I was laying in bed, and I had this profound feeling of spirit, of being in a spiritual atmosphere. Like, it was a precious moment. Every morning's not like that. It was different. And I heard this voice. It wasn't a voice on the outside, but it was a distinct voice, one that I hadn't necessarily heard the way I was hearing it at this moment. And this voice said, knock, knock. And I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of odd. Knock, knock jokes, you know. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to go with it. Knock, knock. Who's there? And the voice said, I am. And I thought, okay, I am who? And it said, I am you. And I get chills just saying it, because it was so real at the time. It was as though God was talking to me, or the universe was talking and saying, I am you. I am you. And I thought today, when I was thinking about this message, that's that voice within you. It's the voice of the universe saying, I am you. I am that. I am. And as we start to realize that we are the way that the universe gets to create, gets to sing, gets to be, as only we can. We are like microcosms of the macrocosm. That means we are in the small, what God is, the creative genius, the divine mind is in the large. So we too access that greater mind, access that God energy, access that greater personality, if you will. We get to tap into that and bring it forth into our world and activate the voice that's been waiting for us our entire life. And maybe we've tapped into it at periods in our lives, but we haven't had a consistent access, reliable, constant access to that divine inner guidance, that voice, once we acknowledge it and once we start to give the mic to it, then we start to reclaim that voice, and it starts to show up as I can feel it when I'm in that place where I'm tuned in, when my linear mind and my heart, my soul are kind of lined up. There's a congruence there. There's a tonality to my voice. There's a feeling in my gut. There's a sense like I've got my wings. My wings are up. And maybe some of you have been seeing some of my Facebook and Instagram posts, hashtag her wings appeared. There's some paintings that I've done of my goddess, my women that I draw and paint with wings. Her wings appeared and then she was free. When we find our voice, when we reclaim our authenticity, when we stand in our power, when we give voice to the angel within us, we unleash radical creative power. And we unleash that on the world, and then we are able to bring our unique piece to humanity. And if all of us did that, if all of us tuned into our inner voice, our angel voice, our God voice, our universal voice, whatever you want to call it, if we all did that and we were all using our voice in service of our gifts, in service of love, in service of beauty and joy, we would live in the world that our hearts know is possible. That beautiful, wonderful world that we hear about in all the great songs about love and imagine and creativity and beauty. Those songs that light us up, those great spirituals that remind us of our walk with the divine. So why can't we have a steady, constant access to that creative genius within us? Why do we give the mic, so to speak, to the ego? Instead of our authentic, spiritual, beautiful, angel self, who deserves the mic, who's ready for the mic. It's because we have objections, like I'm not good enough, or this isn't good enough. And it's based on comparisons. We look outside at the world and we compare ourselves to others, and we feel diminished and we feel like giving up, and so the mic gets handed over to the ego. That model of handing over the power of comparison, of I'm not good enough, or what I've created isn't good enough, that doesn't work. That model does not work when we apply it to creative self-expression. Another objection is I'm not safe. And we're unwilling to feel uncertainty or confusion. The ego is so scared that when we're bumping up against our creative edge, we feel such uncertainty, such confusion, we take everything out there, or maybe we hear that voice of the past that says you weren't good enough, or criticized you, or diminished you in some way, and we don't feel safe. And so we just think, okay, I'm not going to try anything. I'm going to pull my wings back. We have to embrace that crazy voice and say, God bless you. You are safe. We are going to walk through this fear, whatever it is, uncertainty, together. Like your ego and essence come together, and there is a sense of safety, a sense of security, and you just feel those wings embrace you. You unfurl your wings and allow them to embrace you, and you feel completely safe and supported. Another objection that the ego has is it's not perfect. I'm not perfect. We think that what we've created isn't perfect, so we're going to keep on trying, keep on working on it in the privacy of our own mind or the privacy of our own office or house, and we stay on that treadmill of trying to be perfect. Well, that's just nonsense. It's BS. It's a belief system. No one's perfect. If I had to wait till I thought that my art was perfect or my talk for Sunday was perfect, I'd never paint anything, and I'd never have the courage to give voice every Sunday to what's in my heart. And I know, because I've heard back from thousands of you, that what I've painted or what I've shared on Sunday during my Growing Edge Live messages or at the Satya Center, back when we used to meet in person, I know that I've made a difference. And it's because I've been willing to face my fears, to not give a hoot about that voice that says you're not good enough, or you're not safe, or it's not safe, or it's not perfect. You can't wait for perfection. We have to be brave. We have to move forward, because people are touched by your imperfection. People are touched by my imperfections. That could be the very thing that sheds light, that cracks someone's heart open to see my humanity, to see your vulnerability, to be brave and move through it, even when you're petrified, even when you're not feeling perfect, even when you're not feeling worthy. That's another objection. I'm not worthy. We all seem to be inflicted with this. We don't feel worthy of the greatness of our own being. Good God, you are born perfect, whole, and complete in the eyes of the universe. Now, on the human scale of what's perfect, we're never going to measure up. That's just nonsense. Nonsense. You're worthy. You are so worthy of being here. You're worthy to occupy the space. You're worthy to occupy the space of your own heart, the space of your own life. Your true expression is what is needed in this world. The whole universe has been waiting for you. And then there's another objection. And I know growing up in England, I definitely had this, I'm too much. We're taught that, you've got to tone yourself down. Don't stand out. Don't be boastful. And that goes on here in this Utah, in the state of Utah. We've got to diminish our light, especially as women. We're taught not to shine, not to be bold and brave and vulnerable, and to wear what we want to wear and do what we want to do. That somehow we have to stay meek and humble and in servitude. That's just nonsense. We're going to serve the world through our willingness to be that too much self. And you're never too much. You're never too much. So let's be great. Let's be great together. Let's be too much together. Let's be large together. Let's enlarge our hearts together. Let's give the mic over to our big, large, beautiful, live, wonderful, magnificent self. And let's just be too much for the world together. So I'm going to pray for you and for your family and for everything that's going on in your life. And my prayers are really activations. They're sort of activations of you growing your wings so that you can be free to catch up with that voice that's been waiting for you your whole entire life, to catch up with that part of you that's been wanting to be unleashed, untethered, and let go, let loose on this world, so that you feel so comfortable to form this new relationship with yourself, so that you can form a new relationship with your loved ones, knowing that all that you're here for truly is to be a light, to bring the light through your voice, through the voice of your heart. No matter where you go and who you're with, you are the light. That's your main purpose, is to be aware of how important your presence is within your family. Your presence within your family is primarily not to be a doubter, not to be confused, not to be a gossip, not to be angry, not to be worried, not to be unworthy, not to be critical, not to be opinionated. All of that might come in, and bless it when it does. Your role is to be a light and to give voice to your soul. So let's close the outer eyes and tune in and activate our wings today together, so that we can absolutely stop trying to fix ourselves and simply be ourself. There is nothing wrong with you. There is everything right with you. There may have been a lot of things that happened to you from birth until now, and all of that is rich soul fuel for you to take off, for you to give voice to that which is seeking expression by means of you. So as we connect today in the presence, in the power of the one light, the one life, the one universal presence that's omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence, it is who and what we are now. We are grounded in our authentic power, connected, fueled by Mother Earth Gaia, sourced, nurtured, loved into expression every moment by the oxygen we breathe, by the sunlight we take in, by the food and the love and the creativity and the beauty and the joy all around us. And as we allow ourselves to be fueled, as we allow ourselves to be sourced, as we allow everything that is hindering our true creative expression to be dissolved, to be let go of. It is tiring, it is weary making, it is ready to be released. Just get a sense of that. Just release the fear, release the uncertainty, release the confusion, release the doubt, release all of those voices in the head, those objections that say it's not time, you're not ready, you're not worthy, you're not enough, you're too much, and just say thank you, God bless you, I let you go, and today I stand in a place of love. I occupy my heart and I catch up to the voice that has been there patiently waiting my whole life, for many lives. And I take back the mic. I clear my voice. Place your hand in your heart and just make a sound, make a loving sound. Ah, and hear that voice, hear your voice, and get in tune with that. Create a relationship with that voice and find it and love it and express it and do it all the time. Share kind and loving words with the world and receive them back, because every word you give voice to, your own self, your own body, the cells of your body, your own mind, it is fed by those words that you give to the world. You're feeding your soul. Like every prayer you utter, every word you say, every thought you have is a blessing for you too. It's an inside out job. So just feel the words that you say today as showers of blessings for yourself and for everyone else. So I give thanks. I bless each and every person that is in earshot of this message today. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. And namaste. Peace and blessings. If this has been a powerful message for you today and you'd like to support our Growing Edge broadcasts, you can financially contribute on Venmo at Satya Center Ogden, SATYACENTER. Or go to our website, satyalive.org, or go ahead and there you go, Michael, aka Allison Benjamin, is put that in the chat. Appreciate your donations for those of you that have been supporting us. We couldn't do it without you. Peace and blessings, lots of love, and connect with us if you want support. We've got prayer partners ready and waiting. Mwah. Love you. Happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.